Another fun fact before I get into breaking this down, Leclerc, who's the Bohemia community manager, he told me that Bohemia wants him once or twice a month to go out to communities and participate in operations just to kind of be a community liaison. And he asked me if I had any ideas, so I was thinking about getting a list of various places that he could go to. I know Bohemia doesn't really like to showcase modded events, though. They like to keep the mods to a minimum, especially stuff with IPs like that are belong to other companies, so maybe not any 40k or Star Wars stuff. But, you know, World War II, Vietnam. So I'm probably going to be, I'm going to use that as a justification for another thing I want to do, which I talked with Barb about, of just going across a bunch of different communities and chilling. I would actually really like to see Leclerc in a TM op, in all honesty, because TM, it's like TSB in my opinion. It's a balance of memery and playability. But anyway, you guys aren't here for that. You're here to watch the operation. So anyway, after a failed attempt at forcing U.S. troops out of the country, local warlords go on the defensive, fearing a major counterattack, seen as a big part of the coalition forces has been wiped out. Area of operations, big lake connected to a river. So that's, that's the assassination. Connected from the north and the east, some trees and sandy mountains. Note, speedboats in Blue 4 have zero ammunition and are meant for transport. That's why they're called unarmed. No hiding in or underwater as HVT. So HVTs can't go in the water because that would be pretty cheese. Game mode's assassination. There's 3 HVIs. I'll break this all down. Fred, Banks, and Falcon are playing the HVTs. I don't know why Falcon always goes HVT. He doesn't strike me as the hidey, sneaky, sneak type to play the entire round. He's too aggressive for that, but he always does it. I find that interesting. Render distance is 1,150 meters. No magnified optics, no NVG equipment. Defender get 250 points to build. All right, we're going to see some crazy fortifications there. Defenders also get 2 HE rounds per, on top of 2 AT rounds. Attackers only get 2 AT rounds. Blue 4 is going to be your Ranger units here from the 80s. So we have this massive breakdown here of all the different units. Sniper's going to get the ghillie suit. It's going to be Scars and Mark 18s. Marksmen are going to get the 20-round Mark 11, 7.62x51 NATO round chambered weapons. 249s, 240 Bravos. Actually, no, Gulfs, excuse me. So this is actually really modern then, not Cold War, because the Gulf is like one of the latest in Blue 4 weaponry for United States. But 136 for the LATs, 2010 for the Sniper. Suppressed shooters get a choice of the Mark 14 or the SOCOM 16, and then an MP7 or a Mark 18 for the crewmen. Nothing on crew-served weapons. 5 transport trucks, 4 transport Humvees, 2 armed M240 Humvees with up-armored, basically extra protection for the gunner. 2 speedboat miniguns, no munition. As you can see, there's a 0 right there next to the magazines. SOCOM boat, which has a few... only 2 100-round boxes for the M2, and then 1 minigun with 1,000 rounds, and then a minigun with 2 2,000-round magazines. Interesting. An LAV, which is the commander version, so it has the turnout seat for the M240 Bravo. UH-60 with 2 side miniguns with a little over 2,300 rounds per minigun, and they also have a helicopter, which I think that's just a debug thing, because those are both the same roster breakdown there. Looking over at the player base, we've got Chult commanding. Thigh Rab is he's playing as medic. He's on the multi as Bussy. I still can't believe he got away with that name for Twitch TOS. I'm going to be talking about that all night. Oddball leading X-Rays at H2 as the medic, Jack being the sniper, Lurch being the 2IC of the group, and then Blam taking the SOCOM, Ash taking the EBR. They're both practically identical, both battle rifles with 20-round 7.62x51 NATO mags. Montgomery leading Alpha. He's got Norris as a machine gun. All right, we'll see if Norris is able to pull something awesome today. Every time Norris has a machine gun, there's a reason I note it. He's really, really good with that role. Looks like they don't actually have a team leader yet, so it's Herb, Parker, Maz, Carlson, and Naders all together with Alpha 1, Alpha 2 being led by Lee with Drake, Sheen, Bant, Eagle, and Chow. Bant, always love to watch him because he is, again, in my opinion, statistically the best player with an FNF. Captain Drake leading Bravo HQ here. He's got his teams diversified. Bridge is leading Bravo 1 with Cosmonaut, Warwick, Miller, Martin, Coolbreeze, and Poe. Bravo 2 being led by Olaf with Crab, Tantal, Allegory Twins, Kami, and Patriot. Whiplash leading Delta HQ, keeping the teams diversified as well. Grab leading Delta 1 with Puritan Dobbs, Sputum, Frost, and Iander with AT, so he's going to be doing some mod shots. Sideways leading Delta 2 with Koda Coop, Korvac, Yeri, and Artisan. Helicopter is going to be flown by Jack and Chadwick, and Bobby are going to be the gunners. Now, Bobby was doing a great job gunning that PKT the last round, so I'm going to be really curious to see how many kills he can rack up with the 134 minigun. Looking at the map, though, I mean, look at this beauty of a map. It is just hilly and crazy in Argentina. This would actually be a really cool map to do some air stuff on as well. You know, it reminds me of Klafgan in a way, where you just have these big sheer mountains and these like light roads, a little bit of build up on the side. Klafgan has a bit more like bushes and stuff around it, but this really does feel like Klafgan. Oh my gosh, no one's done the prediction. I am so sorry, guys. Let me write that up real quick. Usually I have a moderator do it. My bad. All right, we're going to do 10 minutes here. Who will win NA round 2? Blue 4 is attacking. Green 4 is defending. My bad, guys. I know a lot of you are just here to bet. There you go, prediction. My apologies. I will go beat up Dawn later, and then she'll actually beat me. But anyway, going back to the AO here, Blue 4 has their units divided. They got a FOB over here, which has their helicopter to start, and they've got their forces all the way down here as infantry, which are going to have all their trucks and transport. A lot of open random runways around here, too. That is quite nice. Otherwise, let's go ahead and go over to Green 4. So, breaking down the map real quick, these yellow areas represent quote-unquote jammer zones. So this is where the HVIs could hide, and they're not detected on the map. If they leave these zones, then their position is broadcasted on the map. Pepega had a few players on Blue 4, Sideways, Koda, Coop, and Korvac. We don't see any, an Artisan as well. We don't see any of the bigger heavy hitters, like Legal Action, Guy Fieri, Kane, and I'm blanking on the fourth one, because I always do. Legal, Kane, Guy Fieri, and who's the fourth? Who is the fourth? But yeah, no, they're Arma Jesus, that's it. You're right. Okay. Thank you. I always forget the fourth one. But otherwise, looking over at Green 4 here, uniforms are oh, yes. Thank God they put it in giant ass text. I wouldn't be able to read this. Let's see. That says ID 2010 Tribal Militia. Ah, man. Thank you. My eyes, man, they're not what they used to be. So just militia kits here. I'd imagine the marksmen have an SVD. But going over to their loadouts, we got AKMs and AKSs. So a mix of 7.62 by 39 and 5.45 by, I believe, 39 or something? No, 5.45 by... No, it is, I think 5.45 by 39, but otherwise. RPKs and PKPs. Interesting that they'd have PKPs. PKPs are a Russian-only weapon, but I think they did that just for the balance. So they could put scopes on it compared to the BKM, which can't take scopes, but RPG-26 for the LAT, T5000 for the Recon, Sniper with a choice of 45-round magazines for an AKS, or 20 rounds for an AS-Val. Crew and Aviation get the choice between a PP-2000 or an AKS. Nothing on the CSW, which is interesting because they have 4 Dishkas, so I would imagine one squad will take each Dishka because, you know, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, but that's up to them. They got 2 armed Gaz Vodniks, so that has a PKT in the front, PKT in the back. 3 transport hatchbacks, 2 transport Kamazes, 2 transport Land Rovers. Interesting. All right, going ahead and looking at the roster here, we have Fred as the ground command, we got Banks as the 2IC, and Falcon as the medic. These 3 players are the HVIs. They have to stay in these yellow zones, otherwise their positions are broadcast to everyone on the map. We could potentially see one of them try to make a break for it into the mountains with a vehicle, but that, I think, is the point of the UH-60, to then run down that vehicle and eliminate the HVI, so they're probably going to camp those zones instead. Lolo leading X-Ray's got Tiger with him. Caterino, I think, is going to be the sniper, because usually you have team leader, medic, Sniper, 2 IC, and then Sam and Revanche. Sam's taking the AS Val, Revanche taking the 45-round mags. I like to call them the banana mag for 45. Excuse me, the AKS. Steve leading Alpha HQ. He's got Ace, Tymic, Cheese, and Despo with him. Arcane is leading Bravo HQ. They've merged Bravo 1 with Bravo HQ. So Henry is going to be the team leader, but he's got D-Banks, Grench, Chaos James, Kai, Genry, as I already mentioned, Zombie Sniper, and Danny together. I want to see more from Zombie Sniper. He didn't get a lot of kills last round, but he was making some excellent shots. So I'll be curious to see if he becomes a new name that we like to watch for. Bravo 2 being led by Helios. He's got Typical, Ruckus, Farkas, Snatch, Arcor, and Reaper with him. Delta's merged everything under Delta 2. I believe Pierce is leading it as the squad leader. Don't see any team leaders here. Might be Donner, but since he's in a Vic, or Heinrich, because, they're in Vics, I can't see their symbol. So he's got Potato, Junior, Thomas, Almtree, Azuki, Henrik has already mentioned, Green Shade, Donner has already mentioned, Saddam, Moist, N1, and John with him. And then Alpha 2 is, I guess, going to be a dedicated group for a Vodnik. That's going to be Lopes, Trigurios, and Arujo. So looking at these AOs, there's 4 places that they could hide. Green 4 have a little island right here, which, again, they've got a lot of points for... They've got, like, 250 fortify points. So they could fortify the hell out of this island, for example. Trees offer a great level of concealment. They can put some fortifications all around, really make this place tough to get to. And we already have, commands gone over here. They can put the Dishkas right here, have a really nice opening area to engage. There is a special rule that VIPs are not allowed to go into the water. So if they're here, they're not going to be able to escape. So that is just kind of a Hail Mary hold objective. You've got an abandoned military position that looks like it's been blown out over here. This is another place they could hide. Honestly, I kind of like it because you have a choke point here. You have big hills to overwatch if Blue 4 does a river crossing. And then you also have just, to cover the back line. Yeah, the internal thing's a little bit bad, but again, that's what your fortify points are for. You could dig something right here. So this, in my opinion, even though it's a little bare bones, this could work with a little bit of thought put in it, but I don't see Green 4 coming up here yet. They only have 3 minutes remaining. I think they're settled on their AOs already. This one over here, this one building, I mean, yeah, this one has some pretty nasty internal areas. You could turn that into a maze again, fortify around it. The really tough part, though, is the forest. The shrubbery and trees right here that make it really, really tough for you to actually get on top of this position specifically. So this one, a little more on the meh side, but, actually, I don't really see a good way to use it because the trees are just completely in the way, and then you got the far ridges in the back. So, yeah, no, that position I don't really like. And then, of course, you got this military area back here. You got this mansion complex. I've liked how they fortified this area with sandbags as well. But, you can then hold that ridge, keep that as a defensive line. Over on the other side is a little bit tough, but I really do like that AO over there. I think this one, you could literally go all eggs in one basket, fortify this entire Green 4 area, and go from there. Plus, you got this hilltop right here, which is part of your build zone, so you could put a nice cop or overwatch point over there in OP, and that could be really, really nice. I'm a sucker for these tunnels as well. I really like to build fortified areas within tunnels to make, like, traps and elaborate internal areas. I haven't done one in a long time, though. I think it might be due soon. Due for another soon, though. Now, quick final things I want to put on the betting here. Green 4, every time we've seen units played on this map, I have seen Green 4 get their butts kicked. I guess not on this map specifically. Unless I can find the area I'm referencing, which it might actually be a different map, but I'm pretty sure Green 4 has, at least, like, kits-wise, the U.S. forces versus these Green 4 guys, I've just seen Blue 4 win almost every time. I don't know. You got Despo running over. I mean, yeah, they could put explosive traps. Here's the thing, though. With those choke points, I mean, the bridges here, they could put explosive traps on, and that could be outright devastating. So, I mean, here, the best place to put the explosive trap would honestly be this bush. Or this corner right here. That way, when you start seeing forces run over, I mean, this bush also works as well. Okay. Here we go. Did he just pick it back up? Yeah, he picked it back up. Maz is telling me they're going to do a hot drop. So we have Delta 1 in there. Blue 4 is going to go for a rush play with a freaking UH-60. Not going to lie, I think that might actually be beneficial for them. Round has officially begun. Having a little bit of coffee there. Recon's already driving out. They got to be careful, though. If they go too far out, they're not going to be in a good position to really overwatch the rest of the AO. At that point, they're banking on just trying to find an angle where Blue 4 is going to come in on. Which, you know, we see vehicles over here, so they're going to do a land convoy coming in attack from this angle, which is actually going to put them right on top of where most of the HVIs are. You got Falcon down there and Banks right here. And then Fred has opted to hide on his own in this one building, which, again, I like the building, but I guess they're banking on the fact that if they don't have any activity here, Blue 4 is not going to check it out. They're going to focus instead on zones that Op 4 doesn't have anyone on, but it's a tough call. Yeah, no, they're going to do a massive landing on the rear, bypassing fortifications. I kind of like that because that also bypasses this specific AO here. I do appreciate that they put a little bit of defensive units down there, but that UH-60 could ferry a lot of units. And actually, we're seeing Blue 4 holding a bunch of dudes right here in reserve. So that means they plan on that UH-60 landing those guys, coming back, picking up that other group, and then landing them as well. So Blue 4 is opting to pretty much bypass any defensive lines Green 4 could make and attack from just their rear, which Green 4 is kind of ready for, in the sense that there's not really any good defensive lines Green 4 could make here. So it leaves Green 4 to be a lot more loose with their plans here. But now you're seeing Blue 4 starting to get people out. It's too steep for that helicopter to land. They could come down here a bit more, but yeah, they're trying to make sure they don't break that rotor. A little bit of damage taken, but... And then great pull away by that Blackhawk. All right, so they're going to basically go up there. The one slight concerning thing I have, though, is this one X-ray vehicle. It's not in a position to stop that helicopter. They're at least going to hear it. And he does have a long range, so he'll be able to call that in, but, you know, to what effect, really? These guys getting down now. Yep, they're going to go over and land people. Land at that little airstrip, pick the guys up, and probably move them in that corner. Blue 4 starting to get a move on here. They might find a closer LZ for that helicopter to land, you know, potentially somewhere up here, which is a little close to the AO, could be heard, but, you know, flat terrain to work with right here would be A-okay. How many players are in this? 99 right now. So just shy of 100. First round, I think, had a little over 100, but, you know, a few people go to bed because you do have some EU players bleed over because this is the NA branch and the EU branch is earlier. Otherwise, Blue 4 are going to be coming down. I don't think Green 4 have set up any explosive traps on any of these bridges as choke points, which I think would have been worth, having one guy with an explosive just kind of watching this and ready to plant some boom boom on. Because you have some really good ambush positions for that, in all honesty. And an interesting little bonfire effigy there or whatever. I find this interesting. Green 4 set up this massive defense line right here. This is where the first major engagement is going to be. Blue 4 is going to bring those vehicles down, and you might have it right here, but I don't know. That's a really big range. That's only going to really be helpful for the marksman on either side to engage, which, if the marksman advantage goes to Blue 4, they got the 20-round Mark 11s, whereas Green 4 have the 10-round SVDs. And I think the MOS on the Mark 11s is more effective, but Green 4 does have these HE rounds for their RPGs. As you see Saddam already walking down with one right here. As I say that, Arcor is an explosive specialist, and he's gonna rig this. I know he's gonna rig this. Yep, you see that explosive symbol right there. Where is he gonna put the boom boom? He's got plenty of time. He's got about 5 minutes for the entirety of Blue 4 to get here. Oh, you sneaky son of a bitch. Oh, okay. He was trying to blow the bridge, but the bridge didn't blow. I thought he was going to wait and bait it, but woo. That just reminds me of my DayZ jump scares. Good God. All right. Well, I'm a pussy. We all know that. I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to use it as a trap, and so he just tried to blow the damn bridge. But so let me explain why he's doing this. He's putting a vehicle rack on the bridge to stop Blue 4 from just charging past it. He's hoping by putting the Vic there and waiting for the smoke to go out, you're going to have the drivers in first person come up. They're going to be going at speed. They're not going to be able to avoid this in time. You put it right in the center. He should have turned it sideways instead. Oh no, he's not allowed to do that actually. You're not allowed to specifically block routes. So this is basically creating a block that Blue 4 can still get through, but he's hoping if Blue 4 is going at speed, they won't have enough time to react to this, and then they'll, turn too much to the left or right and actually fall into the river. So this is a legal way of still blocking the route and being tactical with it, but still, complying with the rules, which is to be expected from an FNF staff member, like Arcor there. I find it funny that he's also credited with the vehicle kill. That means technically it might have been a, because those Civics are also classed under Blue 4 and Green, Op 4. Because of the mod where they come from 3CB factions. That's how they do certain things. So, because they also like to allow for Blue 4 and Green 4 and Op 4 civvies as factions instead of just civilian for some more RP purposes. Now, this is a little concerning. We got members of the 82nd coming up here. Danny, D Barnes, and Grench coming up. And they're going to find the main force of Blue 4 here. That other helicopter's come down and deployed that second squad. How deadly can 3 dudes be if they get some great flanking shots from here? The one caveat Blue 4 has is Grav right here. Oh, Gretsch is going to see that. Are any of these guys a machine gunner? Because this is a machine gunner's wet dream. They're not, but they have an AT guy that could use HE rounds. So if he switches to HE, that would be perfect. But I'm a little worried about Grav coming up here. He's backing away, though. Now he's looking in this direction. One of those guys might be on yelling. Here's the thing, though. These guys have a long-range radio. They do not. So do they have any way to potentially call this into their superiors? It looks like it's 2 RPG assistants with the RPG gunner.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Oh, this is interesting. Got Flavor, thanks for a Twitch Prime sub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Oh, spot them. You are not spotting them, buddy. You're not spotting them all right. Green 4 just gonna back away. Fog of War, baby. In action. Here's the thing, though. If Green 4 just tracks this Blue 4 group going through, they could load HE rounds and wait for the optimal time to then shoot them. So Grab pulling around, I don't think he heard them then because he would have reported it to the squad. So Green 4 now has a really good opportunity to get right behind Blue 4's line and pretty much pelt them with HE rounds. If we go back to the roster here, you see on the map settings, 2 AT, 2 HE, but they are spotted by Korvac. Korvac we see chopping our chat here. Great grenade throw by Korvac. We got Artisan coming up, getting a kill. Korvac spraying down and knocking out D Barnes. Blue 4 meanwhile firing over at some Green 4 elements over there. Now it is just up to Danny, but he is getting encircled here. Great eyes by Korvac. Falcon says check Discord. And that was Artisan killing D Barnes when he woke back up, but then Artisan getting killed by Danny. Okay, Falcon wants me to check his spot in a second. I'm trying to see if anyone's going to come down and check on Danny here. Blue 4, meanwhile, they've driven up to this ridge, avoiding the bridge, and that might catch that Green 4 position off guard. Top of that hill is 1,200 meters. This is 1,103, but it downslopes, and I don't have a reference marker for there, so they might be even. Danny gets a second kill, but takes out his concealment, and then Purton comes up and basically knocks him out. So Danny on 2 kills there, but it's kind of an even trade. Blue 4 again having that 5% number advantage, so it is not worth it. You're going to see Purton get those double taps, and there's his first kill. All right, meanwhile, looking over, Green 4 is turning all their forces over. You have these massive long-range attacks here. Let's go ahead and check on Falcon. Falcon is hiding under the bridge. Under the bridge. God damn it, Falcon. I'm not going to lie, that is a really good spot to hide. Because he almost perfectly fits in there, but if someone comes down on the bank, they're going to see him. And I wonder if shots are going to get hitboxed on there. But quickly, I'm going to look over to Blue 4 here. This ridge, yep, it's higher than the Green 4 one, and you'll be able to then see those defensive trenches dug and those cars there. And I think they're already starting to spot that out. If we look at Olaf's binos. Whoops, clicked out. Yep, he sees the vehicles. He sees Green 4 Olive right there. Technically, you could then call in the UH-60 to do some minigun runs on that position, but Blue 4, we're probably going to see these forces either do a wide maneuver around, or they're going to engage from that hilltop, which it's just going to stall the fighting, in all honesty. And then you got this 4-man group down here, but they're going to completely bypass the bridge. So some really long-range fighting. Spot'em and Dobbs have died on that hill, but they were able to take out 3 Green 4 guys, Danny, D Barnes, and Gretsch. So again, Blue 4 maintaining that 5% numbers advantage ever so slightly. Falcon being Falcon, yep. Now we got some close-range fighting here. Bayant is with Chow pushing up. I haven't seen Bayant with Dooley in a while. Instead, he's been hanging out with Chow. I hope the Bayant-Dooley friendship is still going A-okay. Now he's coming up aggressively. They managed to get some great grenades on Tenlopes there. He'll probably wake back up. Bayant checking around. He hears something right here. Spots Argeo and suppresses him. Knocks out the bush. A grenade is thrown, I think by friendlies, though. That knocks Bayant off his feet. And there's the double tap with the one shot from the handgun. As expected by Bay. Just a level of finesse. Meanwhile, looking over here, looks like Blue 4 got a Moz round on that Ural and took it out. And now you have this massive long-range fight as both sides are now fighting from these massive hilltops. those rockets are not going to reach. There's the UH-60 though coming in. This beautiful barrage of fire. Looking over it on the American side here. Got Blue 4 all around these positions. Heavily entrenched fighting. And this is literally like a kilometer, I want to say 900 meter long engagement here. And you got Delta all the way down here. Yeah, those RPGs landing super short. There's no way you can range in that shot. So it's Geary. Someone just got shot out by that 12.7 Dishka. RPG's coming around. They're doing their best to try to stay in cover here. Oop. Looks like they're trying to drive around. Maybe they noticed that barricade on the bridge and they don't want to risk it. We're actually seeing some dismounting right here. Well, Ironder's on Blue 4, that's the thing. So Green 4, I mean, they took a pretty hefty amount of fire, but they're otherwise okay. Still got some barraging shots. You got X-Ray now coming in aggressively on that northern position. UH-60 supporting. I'm going to be honest. Ooh, that was an Iander shot for sure. That close. I'm a little worried about Green 4 here. They have to stall for 34 more minutes. And even though they're going to be able to keep that force at bay, this X-Ray team could break in and take those guys out. Which, by the way, the UH-60 was actually forced to make an emergency landing. Slightly rolling down the hill here. I think the Dishka was able to pump some rounds into it and cause it to dismount. At the cost of the Dishka gunner's life, actually. Dishka now turned over there. So we'll see if they're able to do some repairs or if its fuel tank was hit. They are doing some repairs. So great shooting by Green 4 here, though. But Blue 4 is returning the favor. Did Jack just get a second kill? Because I thought I saw a triangle disappear. But he did not. His first kill was on that sniper. Tymek now trying to fold back. The VIP is not there. Fred moved to the southern one. So it's Falcon and Banks that are the other two VIPs. And I got Blue 4 down here. They set up an SSWT kit to stabilize that machine gun. And now they're trying to fire uphill. Trying to get some lucky headshots here. More AT coming in. Nicked this guy right over here. They're starting to get a few kills. We've got Saddam here. Firing an HE round. That's going to fall short. Yep, there it is. Close, though. It was within 50 meters. But meanwhile, Blue 4 over at this other flank, we haven't been seeing, giving it much attention. You got a Blue 4 body right there. You got the Green 4 bodies that were up here previously. Some smoke cover. They're dragging Carlson back. We see some bandages, but otherwise this part's been a bit stalled. Looking at the skull counts here, more skulls are being seen on Green 4 than Blue 4. But if this stalling continues, oh my god, it's banned. And they know he's coming. Wow. What a fight right there. Neither was really able to lead their shot until they got into that lineup, and there's the double taps on Bay. So, Trigerius, I believe he killed Bayan, and Chow would have been his battle buddy to run down here, so great on Trigerios there. Blue 4 has 5.56. Green 4 have a mix of 7.62 by 39 and 5.45. you have to clarify with 7.62 because 39 and 51 or 54 are much different calibers. 51 closer to 54, but, you know, 39 smaller. So this is what we're seeing right here. X-Ray's actually getting some good snipes in. Frost still trying to medic a dead body. But let's see, the sniper would be... I actually don't see someone with a sniper. Oh, Lolo took it as the squad leader, and he's gotten 2 kills. Yeah, no, Lolo is a very... He's one of the more patient snipers, but if you give him an opportunity in an environment like this, he will get kills. Especially with that T5000, that nice 338. And he just got his 3rd. So yeah, you actually see the 3 bodies that he got right here. All 3 of them in that small little group. You got smoke going. I can't believe it. They might have actually just forced a Blue 4 route here. They're going back in the direction they came from. So Blue 4 might try to pull back and then attack from going into the low ground here to get closer to the actual objective. So Green 4 still has a good chance. They've taken more casualties, but that's because Blue 4 has way too many forces up on Overwatch. Meanwhile, this ridge defense, you've seen a lot of Green 4 pulling back here. But they've been taking a few casualties. You got a few bodies lining up. And some grenades are being thrown and accidentally hurting each other. Moz round coming in. Great Moz round shot. Knocking out someone, causing damage to everyone else here. I think that body was already there. I feel like if we go to Bravo right now, we're going to see Mr. Iander. And looking over at Bravo here. Actually, no, I don't see Iander. Iander's Delta 1, and he's all the way over there. So this was the 29th ID's AT guy. That was Cosmonaut. Great shooting by Cosmonaut there. All right. I don't think I've ever seen a gun in Arma 3 chambered in 7.62 by 63. That just sounds crazy. But yeah, if Blue 4 continues to stall, I don't know what we're going to see at this point. You got 2 guys on spotter scopes over here. I think they're watching, so they're calling out Blue 4's positions over here. But yeah, they're snipers in a different spot, so they're basically just watching to see if Blue 4 pushes down from that one spot. Maybe to then call in an explosive trap that was put right here. So who would the triggerman be? It would be Despo. So they're probably in radio contact with Despo for him to call the explosion when it happens. So that's some really great spotting by Green 4 here. Still not halfway through the round. Another 3 minutes again. Most of this round was dedicated to maneuvering, but now we have to see how Blue 4 is going to follow through with this attack. And, you know, come down and take all these positions. 30-06 is pretty much 308. And 308 is, you know, pretty much 7.62 by 54. You know, not exact, but close. Wow. Yeah, good thing he got off that gun. That 3rd shot might have been a headshot. Who is that? That has to be the marksman. That's Martin with a freaking holographic sight, literally shooting at pixels. That's impressive. At that range? Hilltop to hilltop? Like, that's great. Ah, 7.62 by 63 is 30-06. Gotcha. Gotcha. I didn't know that. I didn't recognize it by that designation. My bad. So, the guy that slayed Bay, we've got a few more Blue 4 coming down right here. He's on 4 kills now. He's basically running his own guerrilla war. Why is that car tumbling? Did they just roll down the hill? They might have just rolled down the steep hill. And they're still partially alive. They're bandaging, but yeah, no, we saw it like spinning around on my interface. I'm pretty sure they just fell down the damn hill with that thing. Surprised that didn't blow them up, because that much of a drop on a sheer cliff if they're rolling? Like, damn. But no, they'll be able to drive back, potentially get behind Blue 4 here. I'll be curious to see what Soul does. Because it's a play by him that could turn this around. As I predicted, Blue 4, yep, they're coming around. They're going to try to capitalize on this region. Foregoing this position, but, you know, giving these nice little fortifications to Blue 4 to fire at the main fortification from. As they pull back with, I think, a good chunk of their forces still up, to be honest. They're Sold firing at people. You got some Green 4 shots coming up here as well. Please tell me Soul didn't just get a 5th kill. Okay. I was about to say, like, you know, get one and then pull back. Looks like he got Artisan. I see him going for bandages. He spots Whiplash. Soul now running down. He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to expose himself too much to the right. Whiplash might have just saw him. Put some shots on Artisan. Putting some shots on Whiplash, but Whiplash takes him out. Yeah, Soul was in the open. Whiplash was in a decent position to cover. He did get hit a few times on the arm, mind you, but he was able to get the kill. Whiplash putting some GLs up there just to be safe. It's a little over. Hits that damn cactus because fuck that cactus. I love textures in this game. When you destroy them, they just go into a prone state. But no, he was able to get the pick off there, but there's no way to confirm. Now, here's the thing. Blue 4 doing a bit of a pincer attack on this position, but with this garrison pulling back, I think they're going to be able to how do I put it? The pincer has 2 smaller groups attacking, whereas Green 4 has a very large garrison here and a large force on the outside. So I'm pretty sure Green 4 can weather the attack here by committing this outer force to flank one of the pincer attacks and then go back and hit the other pincer. The cactus was a prick. Damn your puns. Green 4 can defeat in detail. That would be one way of looking at it. But Blue 4, they're just manned by Green 4 here at this final objective. Because Blue 4, I mean, there is a little bit of defeat in detail going right here. Blue 4 has to check all these zones, so they divided their forces amongst all these positions. I gotta wonder if everyone got killed by the sniper there for Blue 4, which would be Lurch. No, Jack. Jack's on 3 kills now. I think he was able to pick off everyone on that island because I don't see them anymore. Where they died, I have no idea. Okay, you got a second body right there. The first one there. His third one, I don't know. But if Despo's patient, he can wait for that group to go over the bridge. That spotter will then see it and then, you know, tell him to blow the charges. 23 minutes remaining. I mean, Falcon's got a great spot. Fred is going to be found in the next 5 minutes and killed by this 5-man group. But the question is, can Green 4 kill these smaller attack waves and still hold out? Despo's battle buddy got taken out, but he did just get the kill on Jack's battle buddy. That was, yeah, Lurch. Jack got the 4th kill, so Lurch was the one that sniped Despo's battle buddy down there. And now you're having this ridge attack. Ooh, Alm Tree's coming up. He got a great double kill right there, though, before he went down. So 2 for 1. I mean, if Green 4 goes 2 for 1 in all of their kill-to-death ratios, they will win. But, yeah, it could have gone better, but it also could have gone a lot worse if these Blue 4 guys got here first instead of that group, because they would just gotten shot out from entrenched positions. That was kind of lucky, though. Fred, we'll see how long he holds that corner. AT shots. I think, yep, nope, flew over. They're trying to hit the Vic up there. Here's the thing, though. If everything starts focusing on up here, I really don't agree with Green 4 trying to countercharge that position from the open. I think it's going to be way too risky. I get that they're trying to pop GLs here, but their head's coming over. Also, it exposes them from this other flank, which is now going to slow down to engage them. It's just a really tough call, but you got Blue 4 suppressing that smoke. You see over there, Platoon HQ for Green 4, one of the HVIs that needs to be defended by Green 4 is starting to get breached on. And they just got him. Blue 4, they're going to probably swim it to check it out, bypassing the charges. We'll see what Despo does. But 20 minutes on this remaining attack wave. Looking down here, you got Oh, it's Norris. Let's see if Norris is worth all my praise tonight. Again, one of the best players here, especially when he has a 249 to work with. The 249 is, in my opinion, one of, if not the best overall balanced weapon for PvP because of how it handles recoil. Norris goes in there, gets his first kill. The gun's literally designed so after the first few shots, it'll pull back up, and thus you're able to keep rounds on target. He quickly checks that to make sure it's not an explosive trap because the PKM boxes, when you're moving quickly, can look like satchels. He's joined by Herb. But yeah, this close breach. He runs up there, gets his next kill. He's going to find Typical. No, he gets stuck. But in that climb, gets knocked out by Typical. He could still wake back up. So yep, now he's bipoding that spot. That's really cheeky that they made that extra gap right there. Arcore getting grenaded, but we see T4 Herb going down. I'm going to be honest, that is a really... Notice how they intentionally put the space here, so you have to go over there and then climb. That way, if you try to run up it, you'll get stuck like what Norris did, and then Typical can just mow you down. That is really, really evil, in all honesty. It's fair, it's genuine, but it's evil. Defender's advantage. That's why they give the attackers more numbers, because the defenders could come up with some really cheeky bullshit like that. The best counter for a spot like that... Oh, there goes my hero. No, he's going to immediately climb over. No! Ah, because he could have killed him, come in here, gotten some more kills in there. Well, let's see. Banks is just hiding. Yep, behind a car in a corner. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, well. Streamer's curse. Did Arcore just... Habib, why did you throw the pin? You're supposed to throw the grenade, not the pin, Habib. Habib! Habib! Oh my god. Well, that just happened. We just heard some explosions go off. Despo is still alive. I think he's running back down. We still got some guys over there as well. You've got the remainder of Green 4 also coming around down here, but the main fight is down here. Now, notice one thing that's really interesting. This pincer, even though it's been attacking on its own, they've bypassed Green 4. The other wave got stuck right here. They are trying to fold back in, but this pincer might actually bypass everything. And at this point, I think Green 4's days are numbered. 17 minutes remaining, but if they start running low on manpower, that other pincer is going to come in. We got some really aggressive players like Montgomery and Whiplash coming in here. Oh, Whiplash caught in a reload, and Arcore takes him out point blank. He's on 2 kills now with multiple vehicle kills. Blue 4 now breaching. Ganry comes in. Don't go in there, you goober! What did I just witness? What did I just witness? That beep was an explosive satchel being thrown in, which was a great play. Purton, check the car. It's hide and go seek at this point. Ooh, Purton's gonna get on the rooftop. Gets spotted by Banks and literally Hillary Clinton. Unfortunately, Whiplash killed himself. Multiple shots to the back of the head. That's what the CIA rules it as. So yeah, more Blue 4 can start trickling down. Green 4 doesn't have a lot of defenders left. It's literally just up to Banks to stay alive and Falcon to stay alive for the next 16 minutes. Can they do it? Yeah, so Blue Force sweeping that area. They know they're not there. They know they're not there because they already killed a VIP there, and they're starting to scan that area. So they have to be in this remaining sector. "15 minutes remaining. Trying to frag this. Honestly, again, the best way to breach this building second story, especially if you have a way to climb on the side, is to climb up to the rooftop. Especially if you see the bunker in here. Chaos gets the kill, but then gets taken out while he's reloading as Montgomery is the second guy to push up there. Naders pushes in, kills Typical. And now it's literally hide and seek. Yeah, Pierce and Saddam on the outside. A few Green 4, actually a lot of Green 4 still on the outside as well. Explosive just heard. So that was Despo's explosive finally going off on the bridge. You got a conscious guy up there. Frost trying to find a way to enhance movement out the window, but you can't. AT fired up, hitting and destroying that Humvee that was mounting up to potentially charge down there, killing a guy. Great AT shot by Pierce. Pierce has been surprising me. I mean, I would say he's one of the players I've witnessed getting just better and better as the months go by and making some really good shots. So that was pretty impressive. Some smoke's coming down. Twins running naked with his binos out. He does not want to get shot today. Other M240 Humvee, though, is kind of annoyed her sister craft got destroyed. All right, that's quieted down. Blue Force firing up at their own dudes. A little bit of miscommunication there. But we need to see the rest of those forces come in to play 13 minutes of hide and seek. Pierce's battle buddy goes down. Now it's just up to Pierce. Wait. Okay, no, that triangle's actually further back. I'm just trying to get a bird's eye view here just to see if either of the VIPs are going to get found soon or if Pierce is going to get walked up on. See some marksman shots by Galil here from his AK. I don't know where that RPG went. It's up there, so that might have been Pierce giving another shot. He's going for infantry snipes. You could try to get that dude on the hill if he wants. Arma 3 is only on PC because consoles would not have the processing power for this game because it's really CPU focused instead of GPU, which most consoles focus on the GPU nowadays and the actual CPU processing. It's hide and seek. 12 minutes of literal hide and seek. But both these rounds have been rather long tonight. That gives 12 minutes for Green 4 to start encroaching the rest of their forces here before Blue 4 can find them. It's just hard to do a large bird's eye view of this, because I don't know what's going to happen. All right. We got Galil also falling into the AO right there. Let's see if he's able to do anything. Got some suppressive shots going out. That's on Pierce. Takes him out. Frost coming around. I think he might have spotted Galil here. Galil spots him, though. Frost trying to get some shots out. Unable to. Frost gets knocked out. Oh, no. Falcon's going to wait till he sees someone actually look at him. Oh, my God. I hate this spot, Falcon. I genuinely hate that spot. hell they're gonna check under there? There's no way. Like, from a bird's eye perspective, I get it, but when your POV's locked to this, I mean, he gets covered by that little bench plate there. I don't even know what to call it. But Bank's spot is even more ridiculous. Like, that's obvious. Like, you gotta, if you're playing hide and seek, you gotta check at least under and behind the vehicles, especially if they're, like, suspiciously propped in the damn corner. I want a streamer curse Falcon, damn it. I want to see that spot get foiled.
So, let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
But no, furthermore, I want to come back next week in an HVI. Okay, Pierce just got shot to death by Miller. After, yeah, Frost is still down, double taps there. I want to see another rule come out to say no hiding under bridges next round. I know. Well, yeah, no, it is up to FNF staff to decide stuff like that. They did decide if they hit in water, it would be cheating. But, I mean, no, the bridge is, in my opinion, this spot's fair game. It's a little, I think it's the most OP spot within the parameters that they could make. But it's completely valid. And they got 10 minutes to basically sweep this area and check certain spots. Katarino coming in, taking out, was that Miller? No, that was another Blue 4 player. But let's be honest, if Blue 4 doesn't find Banks, they're not going to find Falcon. Because Banks' spot is a lot more obvious, but, you know, you got to think as a hide-and-seek player. Up. Yeah, by the way, Arma 3 is haunted. Montgomery doing a great aggressive play, killing Katarino there. But yeah, no, Arma 3 is haunted. Fun fact. Fun fact. I'm going to write that one down. Let's see. Green 4 still have a few guys to trickle in. They got Green Shade back here. They got Despo coming around. Sam and Tiger coming around. Lolo and Revanche coming. How many sniper rounds was Lolo on 7 sniper kills? This is a really good sniper map, to be honest. And he's got some great Overwatch right here to play with Despo. Doesn't have a lot of cover here. Got hit a few times, but he's able to harass this Blue 4 group. But all of these harassments that the trickling in forces of Green 4 are doing are hampering Blue 4's search operations in this AO. And that might actually let Blue 4 win. It's crazy to think about. Okay. Getting some more slotting requests for the checkpoint RP on Sunday. They gotta be racking their brains wondering where this all is. I mean, they're grenading up here again just to check it. But this also shows that communication's completely broken down if they're breaching certain areas. You got Despo being fired at from that building over there. Yeah, Blue 4 is also rechecking other areas here. They got the other Vodniks that will be able to come in, but we might just see a hide-and-seek victory. Oh, yeah, no, definitely Banks' position is legit. I'm going to be honest, Falcons is as well. If you were to look at this AO objectively, I'm going to be honest, the bridges are... I bet Falcon looked at both of these spots and determined the other bridge was a good one, but, you know, you got to think. Buildings would be your first bet. All right, they just walked up on Despo and eliminated him. You check buildings. You check vehicles. You check rooftops. You check shrubs. You do a line formation along here. You check under bridges, and then you check the frickin' riverway banks. You just divide this into sectors, and you just do a frickin' line formation to sweep the sector for all you know? But again, we have the benefit of having the birds at Montgomery is going to find Banks. I'm calling it right now. No! No! Montgomery! And let me guess, Banks has gotten a second kill up there, right? Yeah, he's killed 2 people up there. And they haven't put 2 and 2 together yet about that. Oh, my God. Montgomery, yes! Yes! Oh, my God, thank you. Oh. Hide-and-seek champion, baby! But Falcon, they're... Again, Falcon's spot is technically legitimate. it's like on the edge, I would say. It's going to be one of those things where, again, in future missions, they're probably going to write in the briefing mission rules, no hiding under bridges, because it's a legal spot. It's just one that you wouldn't think about, and it's one that I haven't seen used in any of these game modes yet. But I want to see if this coastal group right here is going to find it. If they even think about it. Holy fuck, he said, I heard footsteps and I heard gunfire and he died, so I'm scared. So Falcon's saying that over the radio. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, Crab, come on. He's got a 240 Golf. Crab on 3 kills. Oh, he found him! He found him! And that's why that spot's not OP. Because Crab will find him, man. Oh my god. It was close. It was so damn close. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, damn. Underbridge is legit. Yeah, again, you just have to check because a lot of people don't think to check those spots, but it's legit. Petition to rename VIP to hide and seek. Why is that Vodnik going in the water? Well, the Vodnik floats, so it doesn't matter, but that was a well-fought round. It literally came down to hide and seek, which is, in my opinion, what a good HVI hunt will come down to. It's like a bonus game within your PvP bloodshed. He slew the troll.